Well, what I've been hearing here for the last, I guess a couple months. Not even a couple months, it's been about a month. Um, we have, that was in August, I think it was 24th. There was a solar eclipse across the United States. And then we had Hurricane Harvey. And then now we have Hurricane Irma coming. And then we had an earthquake in Virginia. And we got wildfires going out west, okay. Here's the thing. Everybody wants to say, this is a sign from God. Well, it seems to me that when a tropical cyclone hits Bangladesh, kills 5,000 people, we're now screaming this is a sign from God. Or anywhere else it happens in the world, that it happens on a regular basis and always has. When tsunamis hit Japan, we didn't scream this is a sign from God. When the huge tsunami went through the southern islands, we didn't scream this is from God. Okay, volcanoes go off in South America, or massive earthquakes and people get killed, and I don't hear anybody screaming this is a sign from God. They only say that when it happens to the United States, as if the United States is somehow special to God. Peter says in the book of Acts, he says, God is no respecter of persons. He favors nations who live righteously. That's a little paraphrase. I'm not reading it. So to say that because it happens to the United States, that it is a sign from God. Well, a solar eclipse happens approximately every 18 months somewhere on the planet. It's simply caused by the rotation of the moon around the Earth. That every time it happens, every 18 months, it's a sign of God to someone. Doesn't wash. And here's the problem. People have a belief. Okay, we have the belief in the signs of the second coming. And I'm not going to tell you those signs aren't there. But it's people's nature that anything that might be used to say that must be that. And that doesn't really wash. I mean, could things be happening now and it's a sign of the second coming? Could be. Couldn't, maybe not be. But then we have these natural disasters occurring. We've had natural disasters occurring since man has been on this planet. And granted, the difference is right now is now you hear about them. You hear about them that day, whereas in centuries past you might hear about them years later. So you got to watch that, looking for validation of your theory. I'm not saying your theory is wrong. I'm not saying the Lord's not coming tomorrow. He might. He just might. I'm saying that you got to watch about what you're calling it. Okay, it's Hurricane Irma, a sign from God. Well, was Andrew a sign from God? Was Katrina a sign from God? Was all the major hurricanes that killed thousands of people all back to the 18th century, were they all signs from God? No. No. They just happen. God put the world in motion. Okay, and the world's in motion, and these are the effects of the world being in motion. He put the stars and the planets and the moon in motion, and the solar eclipse is the effect of the moon that he put in motion. So I'm very skeptical when I hear people saying this is a sign from God, especially if a preacher gets up and says, this is the sign from God, you better send me your tithes now because you're tardy and you're condemned and you didn't tithe. Give me a break. Just give me a break, okay? I don't buy it. I don't buy it a con. Just because you slap a religious icon on it doesn't mean I buy it. All right? And What's happening now is not unusual. We've had hyperactive storm seasons in the past. We'll have them again. Provided God doesn't come back. Christ doesn't come back, okay? And he might. But I don't look at these things as a sign of the second coming. You have to get a whole lot more than that. You know. Do I believe Christ is coming soon? I think it's a good possibility he's coming soon. I think it's a good possibility he's coming in my lifetime. I might be wrong. I guess I'll know when I'm standing before him. Just like you will. Stop speculating. You're supposed to be ready every minute. It's not like, oh my God, the signs are here. And here's the thing, as Christians, we dread this. I don't get that. If we are saved by the blood of Christ, why do we dread these signs? Why? We should welcome them. We're getting ready to go home. If that's what we believe, we're getting ready to go home. We should welcome them. We say, bring them on, guys, bring them on. Okay. But we act like we dread them and we fear them. And yeah, we all have friends that aren't saved, and we all have people we know who aren't saved and aren't going to make heaven. But you know what? No matter when it happens, that is going to be the case. It's always going to be the case. All right? It's not everybody you know is going to heaven. That's not going to happen. All right, I'm done rambling, but I get a little, every time I look at Facebook and stuff, it's like, that's a sign from God because it's happening to the United States. Yeah, you ain't special in the United States. Sorry. You ain't no different than Bangladesh, Japan, Philippines, anywhere else. South America, anywhere else. You're no different. Don't thinking that you're special, so when disasters happen to you, that means it's a sign. It ain't. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.